This video is definitely sponsored by a subscriber of mine who has a product called Adrenal Relief. As I mentioned in another video a little while back, there's still a 25% off code on Amazon that he made revalid again for this month, and that is REALIST1. Again, the product is Adrenal Relief. Increase happiness. Ashwagandha can ease stress and anxiety by 44%. Sleep. Magnesium is well known for its ability to relieve insomnia and relax muscles. Boost energy. Vitamin B complex can do this naturally without the use of caffeine. No gluten or soy. We strive to be as healthy and as natural as possible. Currently has a 5-star rating on Amazon with 29 reviews and climbing. So if you want to support a JSNP4 subscriber and his great product, which he had custom made, by the way, with the ingredients to his liking, again, that is Adrenal Relief, and I will provide a link in the description box with the discount code should you want to purchase them. All right, so you know this whole movement, someone emailed me, I told you about this a little while ago. Hey man, I'll put a down payment on a new Tesla vehicle. You know, you can use the Federal Reserve's account, but it's your Social Security number, whatever. You have this hidden account that's, you know, got all this money in it that they're not telling you about, whatever. I don't even know what it's called. Maybe it'll be here. But this is from a local news station somewhere, WBIR. Where's this out of? Doesn't actually say where. And then there's one from New York Times, not, you know, as President Trump would call them, failing New York Times. But I told the reply back to him, man, I don't know about that. I don't think I want to get involved in that. So I did a video the other day talking about it where this lady's fighting. I don't know if it's this lady maybe who's doing it, trying to fight as a lawyer against this. Basically, you know, it's our money and this and that. Haven't been following it at all. I thought to myself, I'm not messing with this. But I know I've gotten some emails, so here's a warning to all you. Pair accused in federal court of CD fraud scheme. A woman who authorities say is a champion of the sovereign movement faces federal indictment along with a man she claims represent on charges they took part in a scam to get hundreds of thousands of dollars from the U.S. Federal Reserve. Now, granted, of course, as soon as you hear that, sovereign movement, sovereign citizen, you know, the government don't like that at all, number one, so they're going to try to make you sound as bad as possible. Believe me, I understand that. However, does any of this matter if any of you are trying this and you get nailed? Does it matter that, oh, I was trying the sovereign citizen movement thing? And even if you think in your head you're right, now you're not going to be thrown in prison. Because Uncle Sam says, even if you are right, we say you're not right. And we got a grand jury, and we've indicted you, and we won. Now what? Right? That's why I stay away from this stuff. Not talking about this crap. Sovereign citizen movement and all this crap about, you know, use your number, social security number to get, let me just see if I can find this email real quick. Tesla. Okay. Chris for short. All right, cool. Sorry in advance. This email is going to be kind of long, but I'll do my best to be brief. Just for some more context, I've been watching you for a good while. I'm a huge fan of Cliff and his webbot. I personally own cryptos and precious metals. We're clearly like-minded, yada, yada. So on Monday, on such and such date, I came across a video on YouTube that was truly mind-boggling. They already moved the original video, but someone re-uploaded basically the same version. Here's the link, whatever. The video is very straightforward and easy to understand. I listened to the instructions in the video and used them exactly as they did, and it actually effing worked. I know it sounds insane. I'm one of the biggest conspiracy theorists there is, but even I was naturally very skeptical about this information for obvious reasons. I believe in crap from interdimensional beings to Cliff High statements that humans possess psychic abilities, but this sounded too good to be true. Basically, the whole concept behind this video that I've come across and successfully used is that everyone in the world possesses a secret account established at the Federal Reserve banks, stored under your social security number and other information. These accounts have some unknown amount of funds in them, but there is without a doubt an account at one or more of the Federal Reserve branches under your social security number, and God knows you did not set that up. Don't believe me? Just follow the video's instructions and test it yourself to see if they will accept your payment. Your payments may get reversed, as lots of people's have, but how can these multi-billion-dollar companies even accept your payment at first if the accounts are not real or do not have the appropriate amount of funds? Now, basically, I'll send you some screenshots of me paying for this thing, whatever. And maybe it bounced back. I don't know. And I replied, yes, I've heard about this. Keep me posted as to how this goes. I do not want to get into this, though. That was me to him. Okay? So, yes, they're being reversed. And the New York Times story talks about how $100 million, thousands of people have tried this already to the tune of like $100 million, most of which have been reversed. So it does bring up a good question. How are you able to do that to begin with using the Federal Reserve's routing number with your, essentially, your Social Security number as the quote-unquote bank account? Either the money's there or it's not. You can't possibly do it, have it go through, and then you get reversed afterwards. It should have stopped you right off the bat. Hey, what the hell are you doing? This doesn't even exist. There's no such account here with that. The fact that you can use your own Social Security number and it ties to you for sure does make you wonder, again, how is this even possible in the first place if this money, does not exist? Well, I remember years ago when we were at around $14 trillion in debt, the debt ceiling was, and this article was put online, and it contained a document from, which essentially had Bank of America, I think, as like the underwriter or something of this, and it was essentially, let me see if I can find it. $14 trillion, Bank of America, people as collateral. Let me see if I can find this. Because this was from several years ago. Nope. FDIC. It was basically, every man, woman, child in America, soil, whatever, is the backing of this loan or this debt ceiling, this debt limit, whatever it was. And it was like underwritten by Bank of America. I saw the document. I had copies of the thing at the time. I'm pretty sure I did a video on it. Oh, here it is. September 1st, 2011. There's someone covering it. Why does the IRS have a $14 trillion lien? This is from, again, September 1st, 2011. Why does the IRS have a $14 trillion lien against the United States? A UCC lien for $14.3 trillion, about the same amount as the national debt, filed on 8/12/2011 with the Maryland Secretary of State, naming the Maryland Comptroller as an additional debtor. Something tells me other states have similar filings. I don't know that that's true. I think that might be the only one, to be honest with you. Let me just show you this real quick. Federal Reserve System, right? Name, United States of America, Department of Defense and Finance Accounting Services, Comptroller of Maryland, yada, yada, yada. Right, so that's page 1. Page 2. 14.3 trillion. U.S. Treasury. Let's see where it's at. I know Bank of America is on here somewhere. I remember seeing it, and that's how I just found this. United States. Trustee. Name of organization. Real estate records check. Maybe this one. UCC approval sheet. It's probably on here. It's just a little hard to see. Or I'm just going right over it. But nonetheless, like it says, there's this link. Again, I thought it was like underwritten by Bank of America. Anyways, why am I bringing this up? Because this is my opinion, for sure. My opinion is that, like, this debt was underwritten, whatever. Each and every one of our Social Security's numbers is tied to a special account at the Federal Reserve, in fact, which goes to their routing number. Because each and every one of us, like on this national debt thing here, I guess, owe it somehow. So I don't know if that's the reason somehow we have access to some kind of money in the Federal Reserve System through our social. I really don't know. But I feel like that has something to do with it. The fact that this debt, 14.3 trillion at the time, 2011, it's now 20 trillion, is tied to you and I, every man, woman, and child in this country. And again, Federal Reserve named on there, etc. So I just have a sneaky suspicion, real sneaky, that's how these people are doing this. And then the Federal Reserve manually is having to go in and keep an eye on this and deny the funds, even though it went through the first time. Deny it, bounce it back. That's what I think. And since it's the Federal Reserve and it pretty much has unlimited money, maybe that's how these things go through in the first place. Again, I don't know. That's total speculation on my part. Total opinion here. But man, that is very interesting, isn't it? So, once again, I had a few people ask me about this. I said, man, I'd stay away from it if I were you. And I think my first communication with Chris was the same. I think I'd stay away from it. He's like, no, I think I'm going to try it out. I'll let you know how it goes. I'm like, well, you can go ahead and try it out. I'm not going to do it. That's your butt. That's your butt, Mr. Postman. So, hopefully Chris just had it, not go through and get canceled. It isn't going to be, part of a lawsuit here in the near future, which I don't know that they will. So many people have got involved in this. I think the government, how does the government go after you if you say, hold on, I'm trying to get money out of something that I thought legitimately was mine? It's my Social Security. That's mine. That's attached to me. That's who I am in this country as a quote-unquote person. And when I get a loan, I got to put my social out there. When I get the bank, I got to do my social. I did the same thing here. I wasn't trying to defraud anybody. I thought I had money in this Federal Reserve System that was mine. That's all. Now, this other case, why are they going after these pair of people, pair accused in federal court, whatever, which this was just posted September 4th, 2017 here from this news channel, WBIR. The government has to make an example out of somebody. And these two people are the top dogs, so to speak, in this whole movement. And everyone's listening to them and, oh, look at them. That's why the government has to make an example out of them. What would be unbelievably incredible would be if they ultimately found not guilty, because their arguments, in my opinion, are probably going to be simple, what I just told you. It's my Social Security that's private to me. I thought there was an account we had at the Federal Reserve somehow that we just didn't know about. We tried to use it. It actually worked. How could it possibly work if it's me and my Social Security and that's my property? And I am my own property, right? They're probably going to argue that. But again, the government, when they need to get, whether it's a grand jury or whatever it is, don't make me remind you of the Rodney King scenario and numerous other ones. Grand jury has decided the police are not charged. Massive video, unbelievable video. This man hogtied, getting the living crap beat out of him over and over and over and over and over. Not guilty. Officer, not guilty. Not guilty. Not guilty. Video evidence was even shown. Grand jury, not guilty. Not guilty. Not guilty. Again, people have to be made examples out of, which is why I told you what I told you in the beginning of this video. Even if by chance there's this true sovereign citizen, whatever thing, and I go into court and it's it's the maritime law and I don't go past the gates and I stay on this side of the gates. When the government and everyone that supports that government decides you're breaking the law, you're breaking the law. It doesn't matter what you think you know or what you might actually know. If nobody else agrees with you and that nobody else is the law and the courts and everything else, you're going to sit in prison or jail or whatever thinking about what you did, even if you're right. Point being, don't get involved in all this crap, this nonsense. Sovereign citizen movement, the whole, my freaking Social Security is tied to my special super secret Federal Reserve account. Again, my reply, you can go ahead and do that if you want to, but I ain't. That's for sure. So here's an update to that story. I talked about this one time the other day about this one lady. I'm not sure if that was still her. Heather Ann Tucci, Jarraf, Jarraf. Anyways, as Forrest Gump would say, that's all I gotta say about that.